And good afternoon. It looks as though we're getting a little bit of weather this afternoon. As we start this out, this is our second time this afternoon for Neshoba County to get a severe thunderstorm warning. As we go into this, we're going to show radar here in just a moment. We're starting to pick up in intensity. If you're in Lauderdale County, be ready. Rain is on the way. It just has not reached here. Entering Jasper County, and we'll be moving into Newton County and all of these counties around. Let's look at radar so you can see what I'm seeing this afternoon as we go here to take a quick look. Now, this is where we start out with our severe thunderstorm warnings. Here is Meridian, here is Quitman, here is Jasper County, and here's Newton. As you can see, these storms are moving to the northeast. Let's put this in motion where you can see that you're going to get wet as this moves off northeasterly there. If you live in Kemper County, you will get rain here in a little bit as well. Now, we do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Kemper, but it's just for the northwest corner. That's going to put us over here in Preston. Now, it has been quite some rain coming down and hail involved in Neshoba County this afternoon. Now, we've got this northwest corner of Neshoba County right now under the thunderstorm warning. Let's look at what we've got here. Now, pretty serious rain that we've got here as we follow 19 out of Meridian, and we get to hear it House right there, all up in here. Look at that heavy rain, that purple rain following Highway 491. If you live east of 491, it's going to rain on you pretty quickly here. We've got a storm that is headed directly toward the Dollar General in the old Ford store location there on Highway 16, and it should be reaching Boca Chica by 5:10, about 10 minutes after Crossroads, within 10 minutes. Right there is where Crossroads is, where the stores are. So that is on the way there. As we look at this, let me turn this off, as you'll see Boca Chica, that's the school sitting right there. A lot of rain all around that area. And as we look at this, these storms are headed in that direction. Now, as we move up above Highway 16 and follow these roads out, let's look closer at this, is what we're following here. Here's 482 and where 491 all meet up in here. That little intersection there, a lot of rain. Highway 21, if you're coming out of Sugarlock and you follow that all the way over to Philadelphia, it's going to be kind of heavy rain on there, especially this section here, 21, where it comes up here and forks off and goes to Nanawaya right here, where Nanawaya Road is. 393 right there. Now, we got a storm sitting right here at the county line. This is going to make its way right on into Coy and then on into Noxubee County. A separate storm. Here is Preston. Here is Linville this afternoon. We've got a storm in the extreme northwestern corner there of Kemper County that's going to make its way straight on in. Let me back this out so you can see what this does. In 30 minutes, it will be in Noxubee County west of Sugarlock as we look at all of this. Now, this is our thunderstorm. It's going to be in effect until 5:45. Winston County, you are involved in this. All of our friends that are up here around Noxapater, you're under this. Highway 15, be careful. This goes up and crosses. Right here is going to be Crystal Ridge Road. It's about a mile past there, due east of there, near where Bethel Baptist Church is, where this thunderstorm warning cuts across, goes up into Noxubee County, and doesn't quite make it all the way to Macon, but it does take in Sugarlock and just about a mile north of Wahala in Kemper County. This takes in all of Cyples Mills. Y'all are involved in this severe thunderstorm warning, as well as Linville Baptist Church and all areas there at Preston. Now, it's a heck of a lot of rain here in eastern Neshoba County that is moving to the northeast. Now, as I said, what's going on in the rest of these areas is we've got some more storms that are developing. As we see right here in Newton County, this is going to be moving in to Kemper County. Y'all watch this here. Let's zoom in on this and see where this is headed. This will be making its way into Rio, that southwest corner of Kemper County. We're getting showers on the west side of 15 here at Decatur. A lot of rain right there as you come out and you follow 494. It's going to cross Highway 19 right there at Battlefield and go right on into Kemper County. Now, as we look at Lauderdale County here, we do have a couple of storms that are happening this afternoon as we turn on these locations. Make it a little bit easier for you to read. This is going to be out by Northeast High School, just to the northeast of the soccer complex there on Highway 39. This is a Russell-Tompton area here, Russell-Tompton Road, all that area there, creeping its way up there on the old Aiken Airfield. The rain is, so be careful there, just north of Marion there. Lizelia Road, where the 4-lane, this is the 4-lane right here, where the underpass is. And when you get right there by Simmons Wrecker, it's going to be flooding. Very heavy rain all up by Blossman Gas in this area where you get into where all of the flea markets are. Right through there, it's raining very hard this afternoon. Now, as we look back here on 19, we do have a good bit of showers happening here on 19. This will be past Sicalina and in between there and Collinsville. You can hear the radar popping off in the background here, letting us know that we've got, what is this one? It says dangerous storm approaching the Dollar General on Highway 16. That's the one we talked about there at Ford Store. Now, let's keep looking here at what we've got going on. To our southwest of Meridian, we've got all of these storms coming from Laurel into the Lewin area, and it's going to trickle right towards Forest, Decatur, Clark. All of these areas will get rain a little bit later on, so be prepared for this as we follow these storms there. Pretty heavy rain in Silverina, Raleigh at this point this afternoon. We even have a thunderstorm back over here around Crystal Springs this afternoon. And thank heavens, with all of this being said, that this is strictly just a severe thunderstorm warning. It's nothing more than that. I do want to point out, I got word that a stalled car was on I-20 around exit 152, just barely east of 152. So if you're coming along there, police are en route trying to get the stalled car. And from what I understood, it was in both lanes, kind of quit in between lanes, centering it. So both lanes have some blockage there, traffic trying to build up. So be careful if you're traveling around 152 on I-20 this afternoon. Could be a slight delay there for you if you're trying to get somewhere. Nate tells us it's raining there in Philadelphia. Appreciate that. Interstate is backed up, Georgia says, and that is what's going on. It is a stalled car there. So they're going to have to weave a wrecker in to get it there, to get that car out of the way. Wind cutting up, Cheyenne says there in Philadelphia. Let's see what else we've got here. Watching from Little Rock, Dwayne. Afternoon. Hail in Preston, Mississippi. Mary Lynn tells us. You be careful, Mary Lynn. I don't like hail. Vicki, how are you this afternoon? As we glance here, watching from Causeyville. And it will rain. Somebody asked me about Causeyville later on. It will be raining in Causeyville in a little bit. It's not there yet, but it will make its way there if we answer questions. Steve, Wanda, how are y'all doing this afternoon? Good to see you. Bogachita area. I just had a question about that, and you go, well, where is Bogachita? It's right in here. That storm is basically on top of Bogachita as we look at this. Let's zoom in here. Right along here, here's the school. The worst at Bogachita, where what you would call the actual community, it's going to be just north of there as we follow this up. If you'll follow that little line up there to 21 and 491 where they intersect, that's where the worst of the weather is. And even right there at the Kemper County line, where you would take that right-hand turn to going up to the Indian Mounds. Pretty rough weather there. Now, we've got 3 different storm cells right here at the edge of Kemper County and Winston County. Again, Winston is involved in this as well as Noxubee County. We've got storms that, and this is the reason nothing popped up in this box over here, is this is going to go across the rural route where it basically doesn't list a community. As we go back here and look here, this will be at Handle and Theme Springs within 28 minutes, and this third storm is going to go right through there where the Nanawaya pit stop is, right over the top of it. As you'll see there, right there at 397, the junction of 490. Is where that storm is headed. Be careful in those areas. If you've got to travel for any reason in this northeast corner of northwest corner, east corner of Neshoba County and southeastern Winston County, be careful. Do it as slowly as you absolutely can. If you can wait it out, wait a little while. Power of Almond said that 30 minutes ago it was raining really bad on Highway 12 there in Starkville. Heaviest they've seen in quite a while. I can see that. Watching from Quitman, Debbie, thank you there. Nita Cook is joining us. When will it hit Wahalak? As you'll see here, this is going to make its way here. This is the worst of the storm is going to go just barely northwest of Wahalak. Here sits Wahalak. Here's the Baptist Church right there at the railroad tracks. You're going to get some light rain, but it won't be so bad as we look at this track here, and this puts us out. Put us 45 minutes to an hour is what we were looking at here is basically. Now, we've got another storm right here at Battlefield on Highway 19. If you're coming out of Collinsville, raining there at Tyson's out of the Piggly Wiggly, we do see that this storm is going to cut across here right on the Lauderdale County line, just north of West Lauderdale Elementary there at Jimmy Smith Road, and cut shy of making it right there at the Damascus Volunteer Fire Department and make its way right on over this way. And it'll be bumping over to Blackwater in just a little bit as it makes its way. This is a 30-minute window here, this dark shadow as it comes out. That's 30 minutes. So it's sitting here on top of 19 now and will be on top of 495 within 30 minutes. That gives you kind of a timeline if you're watching things and how they develop. Still raining hard at Northeast Elementary. And look at what we've got going on at Turkey Creek. Heavy, heavy rain. And right there at the campus of East Central Community College, we got a lot of rain coming down there also. Now, we're starting to see heavy rain making its way toward Forest. Let me turn that off where everybody can see all this stuff. Here's Forest, Mississippi. Here's the Welcome Center. We've got one storm that is approaching the, that would be in the westbound lane. This is the eastbound Welcome Center here as it makes its way there. Now, for our friends at Lake Edens, it's not raining there yet, but it is on the way. As we see that we've got heavy rain there at Bay Springs right now. Lewin, a lot of rain in those areas. Clark County still clear. We've got a lot of rain occurring down here in Laurel, Hattiesburg, So-So, Ellisville, those areas there as we watch as the weather develops this afternoon. Let's back out and see what else we've got going on in the state right now. This is some of the worst areas right here. Moving right through the central portion of the state. And we do have one thunderstorm warning back over here near Macomb. This is going to be at west of Brookhaven, Bude. Is that how you pronounce that? Bude, Mississippi? Brand new town there. Hazelhurst, Crystal Springs also has a thunderstorm this afternoon. If you'll see, we do have some hail showing up here around Collins, Mississippi. Let's see. Let me see what else we're getting information in. Yeah, that heavy, heavy rain there. All right, let's zoom out here. Now, again, we've got 45 minutes remaining on this up here. This hadn't lightened up any. Kemper County, that west side, be ready. It's storms headed in your direction here in the next few moments. We do have a few scattered ones in northern Lauderdale County. We're watching all of this down here to see what this develops into. But by far, this is the worst storms that we've got. Even right now, they still haven't issued a severe thunderstorm warning at all down here for Jasper County or Newton. It's heavy rain, and we do have a pretty good little thunder boomer there moving in toward I-20. But by far, this area here, Highway 19, if you're in Philadelphia and you've got to come to Meridian, if you'll wait just about 20 minutes, this will move off onto the east there, and this will lighten up a little bit. Highway 16 is another story. If you've got to travel from Philadelphia over toward DeKalb or toward Scuba, I'd wait that out just a little bit longer. Give it 30, 35 minutes so that can move northward and get off of that road. As well as Highway 21 that stretched from Philadelphia all the way back up toward Noxubee County on Highway 21 is going to be a rough ride this afternoon. So use caution if you have no choice but to go. Let's look at our storm systems of what we've got here. Now, let's turn back on our locations and look at what we've got going on here. Now, again, right here, we've got a storm that is headed right toward Linville United Methodist Church. It's going to cross there at Linville within a half an hour. In 26 minutes, it will be there. It will reach the Preston store within 31 minutes. So y'all be ready there around Dollar General where the store is there. Starting to get pea-sized hail there at Battlefield. Thank you, Steve, for letting us know about that. Janice is watching us from Hickory. Kathy, how are you this afternoon? Miss Kathy Rideout. Nita Cook, good to see you also. Debbie McInnes joins us there from Quitman also. Let's see. Now, pretty much these storms are holding steady here. Nothing's changed in Lauderdale County, slowly making their way up here toward Lauderdale, toward NAS Meridian in those directions. Walnut Grove, as we go back over here, this was our first one this afternoon as we got heavy rain in Carthage, and then that moved right on over here. And then this is where it developed, and this is where it is now. Now, as you're leaving, let's look at the worst what we got here in Kemper County on 21. If you're leaving out of Preston, either on 397 or 21, wait. Stay there at Linville, stay there at the Dollar General in the parking lot a little while, because you are in the eye of what is the worst of what we have to offer this afternoon in weather. This, again, up on the rural route. And as you get further up here and you go past the mounds, that as it runs in here, let's look up here by the Dollar General here at Noxubee. Here's Highway 490. This is 393. That stretch right in there is going to be rough weather. And again, 2-lane roads. You've traveled it. You know it. 15 is not much better as you move out of Newton County and you move right on out of Neshoba County and you move right on up toward Winston County toward Noxubee on 15. That's some rough travels here. Now, if you're moving on Highway 397 this afternoon anywhere north of Linville, I want you to look at what's coming your way. You need to get somewhere to a safe place and wait this out. Don't drive on it. I cannot tell you the amount of wrecks that we've watched today. There have been tons of them this afternoon. So be careful is what our word is. Now let's double check, make sure they hadn't changed anything. Still until 5:45, this severe thunderstorm warning. So that gives us 47 more minutes remaining on that. And this shows no sign of them breaking off with this. We easily move back down. Turkey Creek still raining heavy, and we're starting to show more storms approaching Newton County, coming out right here out of Smith County, making its way northeasterly through here. Pelahatchie has a storm that is just about to be on top of it. Also, light rain there on Old Highway 45 there around Clarkdale, making its way up toward Gregg's Fireworks. Some small rain, nothing too heavy there. Causeyville, y'all got a little small shower out there as well as we watch these storms. Absolutely nothing in Clark County at this point. This rain here is what will affect Clark County in the next little bit as it makes its way northeasterly across these regions and areas. That's what we're watching. Again, we follow this out of Collinsville. Let's just get on this road and go up this. 19 is a mess right now with heavy rain. No need to be on that if you don't have to. I do realize that sometimes you got places that you've got to be and you feel like you have no choice. But if you can wait it out, let's do that. Let's do a hard refresh on this. Make sure that we've got the latest data that is coming out. I want to check lightning of what we've got coming to the ground on all of this. Nothing has changed. It is hardcore right there on 19 as we had it just a moment ago. Now, this storm that is sitting on top of 491 moving northeasterly will be at Deweese within 17 minutes and then make it to Highway 16 within 28 minutes right there at Ford Store and the Dollar General. Best way to word it. That's where that storm is headed in 28 minutes. So be ready if you're in that area. Anywhere east of Philadelphia and between there and Cleveland is going to be a bad drive this afternoon. We put that as a very hazardous drive. Now, right now, west of Philadelphia on 16 out by Pearl River, light rain. Still drive careful on that. But you do have more showers moving up that will affect 16 coming out here out of Scott County. These showers will eventually get there. All right, our watch box, we see that Neshoba County now coming out of the thunderstorm warning. There's not one for Neshoba County. Doesn't mean that it's not heavy rain there. We have remaining in this 3 counties now. We have Kemper County, we have Noxubee County, and we have Winston County. Now, it's the extreme southeast corner of Winston County that is involved in this, just barely east of Noxubee. Just, I'd say a half a mile down the road from where the Dollar General is where this picks up. As we look at our locations, let's turn this back on here. And this does take in this Highway 14 area there. Right there is the line at Bethel Baptist Church in Winston County. Now, this will also take in the Lake Forest Ranch. It's like a boys and girls club that sits right here. Now, this takes in all of Sugarlock Lumber Company, downtown area there, and Sugarlock at the railroad tracks. Y'all are under this severe thunderstorm warning. Doesn't quite make it to Macon. That's okay. We don't need it any further, do we? We would like to say that this will calm down as it moves northeasterly, and that's what we hope. As we get it slowly moving across that heavy rain all around Linville, Preston area. We got rain coming up. Look like it wants to fill the area back up there at out at Siples Mills. All right, as we look at Lauderdale County, we're starting to show some showers out here in Center Hill. Look at this. Where King Road is, we're showing showers. And we get out where North Lauderdale Water Association is, that area in between there and Covington's Fish Farm. And this is quickly moving up on the Sam Dale Monument. We are showing some showers now out at the air base as we get to NAS Meridian, out on the airstrips. We've got a little light rain out there also. But all of this area from 494, crossing Highway 19, Chamberville, this area, over toward, it's going down about halfway, about where I would put that pretty close to where the storage buildings are on West Lauderdale Road, is where the heavy rain goes to at this point. We move southward here. Light shower there just coming up on Lost Gap. Nothing big to worry about. Causeville, we got a small shower moving in your direction also. But we've been watching this over here in Newton County. Look at this. Here's Decatur, raining pretty hard. And just west of the campus of East Central Community College is some of the worst rain that we've got. That's heavy there. We had a lightning strike about 6 minutes ago. Let's see when this struck. This was 60 seconds ago right there at Decatur. If you're in Decatur, just north of where the Sheriff's Department is, you probably heard that lightning strike. Pretty good lick as well. Hopefully no one's lost any power on any of this. We'll look at that here in a minute also. We keep getting these updates from the radar, this dinging that you hear in the background. And what is the latest? It says rain is approaching Chet's Paint and Body Shop. So, Chet, you got some showers coming there as it's telling us that this rain right here is coming across towards you. All right, as we go back down in these areas here, Lawrence, y'all be ready. You got a shower that is maybe 3 to 4 minutes away from y'all there in Lawrence. No thunderstorm warnings, but look at the storms that are developing here toward Forest. All of this area here in Scott County, these leads, they're coming in that direction, and this will make its way eventually on toward to Decatur, right out of Lawrence there, crossing I-20. Starting to show some breakup back down here in lower Jasper County. That's good news. Still pretty heavy here at Laurel, and this will make its way on to Clark County. And hopefully by the time it gets to Clark County, it'll take a breather and won't be as bad. This leading edge here is this second round that is bad, so this will also make its way toward Neshoba County as well eventually. So Neshoba County probably going to get another round of this before it's over. I'd like for it to just go ahead and just fade away, wouldn't y'all? In this Friday on a good note. All right, we've still got this thunderstorm warning. It has not changed the time on it. We have 40 minutes remaining on this. Now, as we all know, I-20 is a very dangerous road as you follow this out of Meridian after you get past the Red Goat there. And just on the other side of Newton, when you get to where the Lawrence exit is, you're going to get into rain, especially if you're in Newton here. By the time you get there, this is going to make this travel from here all the way over to Pelahatchie. And by the time you make it to Pearl, it's going to be some, what do you call that, white knuckle driving? That's the way it's going to be. So we want you to be careful in those in there. I got you covered. Good to see you there. Jason Jolly joining us there. Coming a flood on Old Jackson Road on Highway 495. I believe you there in Kemper County. It is definitely pouring down rain there. A little rough on Pine Springs. All right, let's look at Pine Springs here. Here's the Pine Springs area here. Right here, this is going to be right up here where Windsor Road is, where that cuts off there. Allen Swamp goes this direction here. Here's Pine Springs Road. It's just to the east of there, of where that is right now. And all of this is that area here out on the 495, the King Road area. Right here, let's look at this, where you can see this is where King Road crosses 495. If you're in that area, here's 493. Pouring rain in those areas there. Dabbs Camp Road, that little dirt road that cuts back down here to Ernest White Road, getting a lot of it. And this area back up toward Fellowship Baptist Church, a lot of rain there as well. It's just on the other side. This is going to be Brown Hook Road right here, right out in the pasture out in there in those woods where those Stennis home sits, about right here. Pouring rain in there. That's what we've got showing up there in that West Lauderdale area as we looked a little bit closer at that. Still heavy rain up in that area of the county. Decatur, no change on that, but we do have a storm that's going to be at Union now within 19 minutes. If you're in the Union area, this is coming out of the Decatur area, making its way toward you. Again, no severe thunderstorm warning for you yet either. We watched this closely this afternoon. Lauderdale County, here's one that just popped up there off of 494, and this is going to be making its way toward Martin. If you live in the Martin area, within 17 minutes, you're going to have a pretty good little thunder boomer moving across your garden in that area there. Let's see. Now we go back up, take a look at what we've got in Kemper County in these areas. It's still pouring rain. Several storms that are on top of 495 here, making their way toward the Cleveland, Moscow area in 20 minutes. Damascus, you'll have this storm sitting right here. It's that's rather slow for it to be sitting here and take 7 minutes to reach Damascus there at the Volunteer Fire Department. But you're going to have some rain there. Now, again, this area south of 16 is not under a severe thunderstorm warning, but you're going to have a hard time reaching Highway 16 to reach that north of that area there. Cypress Mills, all these areas still under the severe thunderstorm warning, including as we look back up here, Winston County, all here around here, the pit stop. The heavy rain there. And this is taking that rural route as we look at this. And this is just following Shy coming across there at Bethel Baptist Church on Highway 14 toward Macon, Mississippi. Use caution, y'all. Those are those areas to where it's heavy 2-lane roads there. And that rain, you know how they cup and hold water. We don't want you wrecking there. Beth Vick, how are you? Glad to see you joining us there. Jen Martis joins us also. You were out burning your brush pile and it snuck up on you. I've had that happen. All right, let's back out and look at a big picture of what we've got going on this afternoon. Let's turn off this and look at the state of what all we've got, and we're going to put this back in motion if you're joining us here. All right, let's put radar in motion. I hear the thunder rolling outside. Now, we've got several thunderstorm warnings down here in southwest Mississippi. Y'all see that? Right along through there. We got that warning there, and we do now have a warning that has been issued. Let's zoom in on this. Newton County under a severe thunderstorm warning now. Right there. Severe thunderstorm warning until 6 o'clock. And we figured this would happen here as we were watching this rain. Let me go back over here and see if Bertha wants to act right on that. Not wanting to show that. We're going to do a hard, fresh reboot and see what's going on there. Let's turn that off. And that's our area now. Newton County under severe thunderstorm warning. I also have Scott County under a severe thunderstorm warning until 6 o'clock. Now, again, they have not fired off anything for for Clark County or for Lauderdale County. Is it possible? It very well could happen. These storms here that are in Scott County, coming out of Smith County, that's been building for the last 30 minutes is what's caused this. And that's a pretty rough little skitterbooger right there at Decatur, making its way toward Union. If you're on Highway 15 there in Union, y'all just stay put. We don't need you to go anywhere. That's a pretty serious storm there. If you're coming in on 503 to where that joins into Highway 15, look at that. Now, this will move right on up and be at Pine Bluff within 6 minutes, this storm will. And as we look at these lightning strikes, that struck at 5:04. What about 8 minutes ago? Let's see what we got here. That was at 5:09. 2 minutes ago, we had some lightning strikes there right around Decatur. All right, we're picking up hail now. If you are in the Decatur area, just to the east of you there, look at this. And this is headed directly toward Union. If you're in that area, be prepared for some hail in the next few moments. Let's zoom in on that. This is going to take in that eastern side of Decatur, right up through there. Watch for your hail. That's following that path of right along beside Highway 15, as we've got two patches of that. So pretty strong there as we look at all of this. Let's see here. Yeah, that thunder's popping pretty hard out there. And we have one storm that is in extreme northern Lauderdale County, making its way northward there toward Kemper County, and it will be at Prismatic in 10 minutes, Klondike in 18, and Liberty within 27 minutes. So There we got hailing indicator. Kayla picking that up as we show that here on radar. Lightning strikes. When did that hit? 5:04. We had another hit there at 5:09. And when did that one? That just don't want to show there. 4:58. So that's been a little while, 10, 12 minutes ago. All right, let's turn this off where we can see everything that we've got. The storm now right on the I-20 corridor, south of Newton, right there around Lawrence, making its way northeasterly, coming up in here. So another round headed for the Decatur as it makes its way for Union. If you're in Union, you got 3 to 4 minutes before the storm really actually pounds on you if you're there in Union. But it is coming without a doubt, taking in all of the Union City limits there. Forest, you got a big storm on you coming up on where the Wendy's is, right where the storm is right across the highway from Walmart is where it is right now. It should be there momentarily as we look at this. All right. Lake Edens hadn't got the rain yet, but you do have some showers approaching pretty quickly there. It's reaching Paulding now. It will make its way right on there to the lake. We're showing the hail now back building down here around Laurel, make its way through Sandersville, and then through Heidelberg and those areas. A light shower over here as we look at Energy in Clark County. Causeville getting a light shower. And a pretty good rain out by the Evangel Temple there where the Dollar General is, where Greg's Fireworks is. A pretty good little rain shower coming down there also. Now this goes all the way back here, this thunderstorm warning, to even over to Pelahatchie. Look at that. Been there a time or two. Stopped and got me a Coke there once. The hail has not changed in this area as we look at that. Thundering in the North Hills area. Mary, how are you this afternoon? As we look at the different areas here. All right. Now, our watch boxes and that radar just keeps popping off just to give you getting dark out there. And the raindrops I can see through my studio window getting a little bit darker. The latest, my Cross Mountain Church, lightning has been detected pretty close to it. And that's right here. It's within lightning striking within 10 miles of there is what that is telling us. Here's the Chicken Shack. Just north of Jack Webb's store, we've got some rain there also. Just west of Damascus, we got a pretty good little thunder boomer there, and this should reach house within a half an hour. All around there at Talbert Enterprises, it's pouring rain. Not heavy rain at the Neshoba County Fairgrounds at the moment, but it's going to come through there. We got one just to the west, southwest of there that's coming up right out of here from the Rosebud Quick Stop. A little shower coming across there. Now, as we go back up to take a look at this is narrowed down a little bit for Winston County. It's just barely taking in that extreme southeastern corner of Winston County there. The pit stop no longer involved in it, but still portions of the highway there, still in that little watch box there. And it cuts the line right now, cuts right through Linville Baptist Methodist Church, right there across on up to Preston. That's where the line is, right there at the church. Lynn, if you're watching this afternoon, that's about right where your house is. Your front door is kind of the line of where the thunderstorm warning line begins and ends. I'm in the West Lauderdale area. You're asking where I'm at. I'm out in the West Lauderdale area there, Bob, as we watch all of this. DeKalb, we got a pretty good little storm there sitting downtown DeKalb there at the hospital. Now, it's going to make its way to the northeast, and as you'll see here, this is going to take that old dirt road, as we all know, the DeKalb Scuba Road. It's going to head that direction northeasterly out of DeKalb and make its way toward Wahalak. Wahalak dry at the moment, but you've got rain coming your way. Thunder's pretty loud outside, isn't it? Now, here's West Lauderdale Elementary, just due north of there. We got a storm that will reach Blackwater within 22 minutes. Now, no warnings down here. Still heavy rain as we look at this. Damascus, there at the Volunteer Fire Department. Lisa, if you're watching this afternoon, raining all around y'all's house right there. We've got a lot of rain here coming up on 19, the Pig, this area right here. Battlefield coming off of 494, making its way to across 19 and then moving northeasterly back into Kemper County toward 495 and 493 again. We come down, and this is the Center Hill area, King Road, 493 area here. Light rain as you come down right there. Here's Northcrest Baptist Church. By the time you get to the red light up here where the Chevron is, right past McDonald's, it's going to be light rain. You go past PV headquarters, and it will be out here where the road splits before it really picks up, where 493 and 495 split at the Old Bailey Grocery. That's where the rain picks up intensity right there in Lauderdale County and the northern portion there. 494 still no better. Lots of rain there. Not a lot of lightning in southern Lauderdale County right now. Now, we got that rain at Paulding now, right there at the courthouse. Nothing happening there in downtown Quitman at the moment as we look at that. Pelahatchie still raining pretty good at Pelahatchie this afternoon. Let's turn this off so you can see a bigger picture here. And here's what we've got. All of these areas here. Starkville not raining at the moment, but we have had some hail up in that direction there. Some showers in between Scuba and DeKalb at this point this afternoon. Nothing major. No lights in the Salem community. Westlake Drive, we're getting power outage there. And let's just do this. Let me go over here, turn this on. Let's check our power outages of what we've got from EMEPA. We do have a few people out now that we're getting to this, and let's pull this screen up where you can see this. Power outages, let's zoom in on this. And this is going to be mainly north of DeKalb. We've got a lot here, around 5 in DeKalb. We've got one on Highway 16 as we go north here. Now, the Preston area, look at that. Right in there, Linville. Around 43 people without power there in the Linville area south of Preston. That's Highway 21. All of those areas there around 397. As we move up here, let's move closer on this and get a closer look at this of what we've got here. This is 393. Middleton Road, Pickett Road, that area right there, Middleton. Those areas there, it's going to be somewhere around 47 of you that do not have power this afternoon. That's a Kemper County look there as we dig into those areas. Here's Noxubee here. It's due east of there, in between there and Preston. Here's Louisville here. Here's Meshulaville and Macon there and Sugarlock. That area right there, that utmost northern portion of the area that EMEPA covers. Altogether, we're looking right now at 101 people without power. And again, it's been right up here where this worst of the weather has been this afternoon. They will send crews as quickly as they can. Raining pretty hard there, so they can't get them out there for safety reasons. As soon as that slacks off, the crews will be heading out of DeKalb in that direction to get that power back on. So I don't have any fear it will come back. I don't like any more than you do of sitting in the dark at all. It's no fun, is it? It's not. We'll get that back on quick as we can for you there. Now, as we look at our updated, I'm making sure that's the latest that we've got there. Again, we've got this until 6 o'clock for Newton County, the severe thunderstorm warning. Let me turn my little pointer back on. Kind of loud, wasn't it? I don't know if y'all can hear that or not, if the microphones are picking you up, but it's cutting up, cutting a rug, as they say. Newton County, anywhere north of Newton at this point, is pretty heavy rain. From Decatur all the way to Union. We've got all this back west from Newton through Lawrence all the way to Pelahatchie if you're going to be on I-20 this afternoon. And you can bet your bottom dollar there's going to be some wrecks along in here. There usually are on this stretch of highway. Careful, careful, careful. We cannot stress it enough for you to use extreme caution this afternoon as we look at all these storms. Now, again, Lauderdale County, not under a severe thunderstorm warning at this point, but just to our west and north, there are two different ones as we look at this. Clark County still looking good. We watch these showers that are southwest of you coming out of Jones County, just to the west of you. Now, this doesn't look as bad as it did a while ago. That's good news. It's going to be this northern portion of Lauderdale County that gets hammered right in here. All right, let's look at this. Martin, you've got a storm that will be on you within 14 minutes. If you live there around the Martin volunteer fire department, be ready. It's going to be a pretty heavy little thunder boomer move through your area. That will make its own way right across the Kemper County line into Rio within 23 minutes. That's the storm path that we're getting out of that. Lightning's ferocious. It's striking a pine tree or two. Let's see here. 5:15, we had a lightning strike there. 5:21. Yeah, it's a very active afternoon right there. Probably could hear all of that. All right, here, right around Portable, we got a storm that's going to make its way to ML, Alabama there. If you live on Highway 17, this is 17 over here by, it's going to make its way there toward Kim Waste as we watch those storms. Heavier rain in Lauderdale than what we've had. Let's turn on our locations and look at what we've got there. It's bad between Newton and Hickory on Highway 80. It certainly is. Y'all be careful driving those areas. Highway 80, a dangerous road there. As we look at Lauderdale County, look at this right here. This is going to be 493 is what you're looking at. That's Arkadelphia Baptist Church. About a mile down the road from Arkadelphia Church, it's pouring. It's raining there. Lightning strikes all the way back over to West Lauderdale Elementary. This area here on 493, as you get right out of Broadmoor, let's get a little bit closer on some of our roads so you can take a look at this. This is where the store sits there. Right there, Last Chance Tobacco. As you get on out 493, and of course this is going to be Windsor, right here, Windsor Road. Bunton Gun Road is here, all of that area up to Plant the Earth. Heavy rain there along that stretch. Boy, that is some lightning. 495, look at that rain that we've got coming down. Now again, we don't have a thunderstorm warning for any of this. Chet's Paint and Body all the way up, and you get right past West Lauderdale Elementary. That's going to be Jimmy Smith Road right there. Look at that rain. Jimmy Smith Road, you probably can't see your hand at this point. It's rough in there. Chet, I see you out there. It's pretty heavy there at your place as well. But north of you, a little bit worse. As you come across the reservoir, heavy rain there as well. That little stretch right there. A little bit of a break there around the lake. Collinsville, a little bit of a break there. As you get on down Highway 494, right toward the Newton County line, it's going to pick up with some heavy rain there. As we get into Newton County, and I know y'all are watching patiently also there in Newton County. So look at this. Let's start here below the southern portion here of Newton County. Again, y'all have a severe thunderstorm warning for another 35 minutes is what you have. Right here, due east of Lazy Boy, here's the Veteran Cemetery. This is that Highway 80 area there. Y'all be careful. This is making its way toward Decatur once again. So if you live in Decatur, your rain is not over. If you had sheets on the line today, pretty rough there. Now, again, we had some rough weather yesterday. They didn't really predict it to be this bad this afternoon. This was one of those, 30, 40% chances. And, well, Mother Nature shows us again that it does what it wants to. Bonnie Lynn, how are you doing? Watching us thundering in DeKalb there, raining pretty hard, as she puts it. Again, this area here, when you make it right around here, here's the Red Goat. That's where the rain will pick up. This is headed toward Good Hope Community in 26 minutes. Right up Highway 503, we have another storm that will reach Good Hope within 20 minutes. We follow all of this back over here by Lazy Boy, Highway 15. Look at that rain. Just to the northeast of Decatur, here's the campus right here. Here's the high school. Of course, the sheriff's office will be right in there also. We got storms that are going to pass right to the east of there. It'll rain again there, but there at the campus, still heavy rains. But as you move out of downtown Decatur and you follow this Little Rock Decatur Road, look at the rain there at the lakes. Look at all of that. Good Hope Road, pouring on y'all. Vincent Road, right over here where Greenwood Church is. And again, that thunderstorm warning is through 6 p.m. for all of you there in Newton County. As we look at, and the lightning, boy, it's cutting up out there. One strike after another, every 3 to 4 minutes. Y'all are getting a strike somewhere hitting a pine tree. Let's hope we have no issues out of that this afternoon. Let's back out a little bit. Scott County still under this severe thunderstorm warning through 6 o'clock as well. Neshoba, at the moment, the best it's looked in a while, but you've got this rain that's coming out of Newton County, moving back into Neshoba County, so this won't last long. You'll get another round of rain. As we look at all this Kemper County area, starting to show a little bit of a break there. Rain is at Wahalak now, all across Cypress Mill, and the rain that we've got pouring down right here in Sugarlock. Whew. 45 if you've got to travel that this afternoon north of Wahalak when you pass where the old back porch restaurant was right there at Wahalak. Y'all look out. And this will carry you just to the outskirts of where the 4-lane is. The 4-way stop is there and making it. It will go past that here in just a little bit, but it hadn't quite made it there yet. That is the worst of what we've got. If you follow Highway 39 due north out of DeKalb, be ready. Most of Kemper now getting some rain there. Nabaca Valley, all this area here, Linda Jane, y'all be ready. You got a storm that's moving out of Portable just south of where the Putwood Yard is, moving to the northeast, and this will cut across Baca Valley and right into the Giles area, probably about 40 minutes in that area there. All right, let's back down and take a look here. All right, as we come down, Morton, we've got a lot of rain on that area. Sandersville, Northeastern, Jones County. Still nothing really going on in Clark County. We got some just to the west of you there. Checking to make sure hail is approaching. Let's see where this is. Chet, y'all be ready there in Center Hill. We're getting notes that hail is approaching and should be there within 15 minutes. So if you've got something you're painting on that doesn't need a ding, and I think you fix those now. Put it under a shed. It is making its way toward you. Back over here around Crystal Springs, we still have this south of Jackson, these severe thunderstorm warnings. And then we get into this eastern side of where we are in the state of Mississippi here. Alabama still looks good. A light shower at Livingston this afternoon. Lauderdale County, let's go back into that. I know we got a lot of folks that watch from Lauderdale as well. You're not going to get into the rain until you get to the northern portion of the county. Now, we do have some showers that are happening out by the Evangel Temple. It's not the worst there is. The worst is going to be when you travel out 493, 495 out by West Lauderdale. That's where it gets bad. Highway 19, past the 4-way stop when you get on out there just a little bit away and you start heading toward Young's Farms in that area, crossing in to the next county, it's going to be worse. All around Decatur, we can't even go to explain of just how heavy the rain is in Newton County this afternoon. I know y'all are watching there. Kimberly, heavy lightning and rain there in Decatur as she's watching from there. Lake High School, before the bottom fell out. Thank you, Winona. I appreciate you doing that. For some reason, Facebook had an issue just a minute ago of being able to show the pictures that were being sent in. It usually takes itself about 15 to 20 minutes before it kind of straightens it out. So they will get it straightened out. Kind of tough in Newton, James says. Hard rain in Portable now, also LaWanda says there. All right, let's see here. Again, no warnings in Lauderdale. We still have Newton County, that line right at I-20, and it's going to cut right across there to our friends at Myers Processing. That's where the line goes through at Newton High School. Easterly there. Comes right over here past Lazy Acres and goes due north, taking in the Duffy Volunteer Fire Department all the way to the county line up here to Union. And again, this is until 6 o'clock is what we've got on this. 6 p.m., and then we've got until 5:45, if I remember right, on this. So we've got 14 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning for Kemper County and Noxubee County. Now, we are showing that if you'll look at this over here by Cypress Mills, it is starting to break up a little bit. Doesn't change anything for you if you're in Wahala or traveling north on 45 just yet, but it does tell us that the worst is passing over you now as we look at this. Raining pretty hard there at the Chicken Shack, just northeast of the Cowboy Church, making its way toward Baca Valley. If you're at the four-way stop there trying to get a subway in Scuba, it's raining on you. Right across, the rain is starting to come up on Briggs 5 Point. It's going to make its way on out here by Lover's Lane. All this area here, Dozer Road, is making its way toward there. And even out in the Bentonville area, you're going to get extremely wet here. And again, with all of that that soil out there, y'all be ready for that. It's going to be slick when it gets there. That lime rock. Y'all know how it is. I'm not telling you anything you don't. Well, we give the award to Newton County this afternoon for having the worst of activity we've got. Look at this. Newton County, it is raining. The old saying, what is it, cats and dogs? Well, I think it is on y'all. As we look at all this area here from coming down through here, look at this. Here's 20. Hickory, all of this area here, Rose Mobile Homes there, where the red goat is. It's pouring on y'all. This is not, if you're in Meridian and you've got to go to Newton, wait it out. If you've got to go to Jackson, let's wait. Let's don't travel in this right now. Highway 15 is treacherous and dangerous, as well as Highway 503 this afternoon. Right out here in the pine trees, we've got a storm that's just east of 503 that's going to make it to Blunt Store within 7 minutes and make it to the Good Hope community within 19 minutes. It's going to go due north is the way that storm is moving. And then it will, in about 45 minutes, make its way to Little Rock, is where that is. Heavy rain there by the Rue on 19. Still bad. Better than it was, but still bad. And that's going to be right up in here. Right there is where they're talking about. We're starting to show heavy rain there at the post office in Conahatta. All of this area, look at Turkey Creek. Another storm that will make it to Lucerne within 18 minutes. Here's a storm here that will make it to Rock Branch in 20 minutes. Greenland, Union within 30 minutes. So those areas there after you branch off there at Decatur. The crossroads there, Decatur, just the center of everything this afternoon with some rough weather. I-20 getting a pouring on it. And this is almost back to Chunky now. If you're in Chunky, it's probably raining pretty hard there. Rose Hill chiming in, starting to pick up that heavy rain there too. Enterprise, starting to rain, a little wind there in Enterprise area. A little bit more rain there in Marion as we come back across into Lauderdale County, showing that around Lamar School, Highway 39 area, we got a lot of rain. Now here's Enterprise, and this is where you're feeling that wind from. This has lightened up a lot, so this you're going to get a little rain in Clark County, but as you can see, you're not going to get what has happened over here in Scott, Forest, and as you get into Newton County and even northern Lauderdale County, not going to be near as bad. Y'all won't get what has happened up here. Now, this is let's put this in motion again and just see the direction of what we've got happening here this afternoon. As we look at these storms as it moves northeasterly. See how that's moving there? This West Lauderdale area, you're going to get another round of heavy rain coming here in just a few. All right, let's look at this. We got two storms in Lauderdale. Now, let's update here what we just got here. All right, it looks as though Kemper, they've canceled the severe thunderstorm warning for Macon and for Noxubee County. Noxubee County and Kemper County has been canceled now as we get that update. We've still got this until 6 o'clock. They cut that shy by 10 minutes. We do have heavy rain still throughout Newton County. They're not going to lift that just yet. So that gives us, 20, 24 minutes remaining on this. as we watch this. And we do have these two storms here. Let's look at this at Marion, where this is headed. This is going to make its way toward Lazelia within 24 minutes as we follow this out here north of Marion. Ralph Morgan Rodeo sits here. And again, none of this area here is under a warning. We do show that right up here at Porterville, we got a lot of heavy rain there also. Decatur, Newton, y'all are still the cat's meow now when it comes to bad weather. Y'all have got the worst of what we're following this afternoon. Anything north of I-20, if you don't have to go in Newton County right now, wait it out. Y'all going to keep Jody Pennington busy this afternoon. Stay off those roads. Highway Patrol needs a little break also as well as we look at this. Enterprise looking good. We do have showers that will probably move in there. This is not near as bad. If you'll look at this, if you're watching right now from the Enterprise area, this is what is to your west. This is north of you. You will not get the storm as bad as it is up here. You're going to get some rain. Have no fear. It won't be as bad, though. We have this just west of town out past the jail here at Hickory. It's pouring rain now all throughout. There's just not hardly a road. Maybe right over here. It's light rain. Everywhere else in Newton County, it's cutting a rug, so to speak. Now, we are picking up this Highway 19 area here, out by the Boy Scouts Southeast School. Right out in this area here, the Red Barn fireworks. We got some rain right there. All this cut shy of making it to Wynot, but it's not far from that. Now, as we look at Hickory, back over here to our west where that thunderstorm warning is, man, it's heavy rain there. Pouring rain in downtown Hickory. Let's see what radar texts me then, if you'll hear that ding. That's letting us know that lightning is within 5 miles of the Bonita Walmart. West Lauderdale High School. Rain is approaching West Lauderdale High School and will be there within the next 30 minutes. It's a way out, and that's what that's measuring these showers back in here toward that. That's not changed any of those. Now, if you'll notice that right there, this is almost what you'd call going to follow up Highway 39 right toward the Naval Base and cut across right there at the Stennis Center, the Stennis Road. That's where that storm is going to come from off of Highway 493 and move northeasterly through there. Still heavy rain out in Center Hill all around Chet's Paint and Body. Still watching this severe thunderstorm warning for 6 o'clock for Newton County to our west of Lauderdale County. A small break, and it won't last long as we look at Damascus there at the rain. Breaking up on 16 here on the east side of Neshoba County. We'll stay with this storm to see what they do here for Newton County up until 6 o'clock. We'll follow this to let you know. Basically, we're going to get some heavy rain here. Travel is not advised in any of this. Decatur, Conahatta Road. Jessica tells us a lightning strike there. Raining hard across the reservoir right now, Francis. I appreciate that update there. Let's see. We still got storms moving up around Meehan, Savoy Road also in those areas there. And again, Kemper County, as you follow Highway 45 out of Lauderdale, it's rough. It is rough there. As we get up here around the Chicken Shack, coming up on the four-way stop there, that red light there, or four-way stop sign. I think they took the red light down, didn't they? They did. It's gone. We have all around Union heavy rain. Southern Neshoba County, you're going to have some more rain showers moving into your area here in the next little bit. And it's still rocking until 19 more minutes remaining on this. All right, what is that trying to tell us? Lightning near Key Field. Lightning, severe thunderstorm. Okay, Lauderdale County now under a severe thunderstorm warning. Joining the fun here as we look at this. And they're going to put this until 6:45 for Lauderdale County. All righty. So we'll be with you a little bit longer as we track these storms this afternoon. All right, the worst rain that we've got in Lauderdale County at this moment is going to be right here, just west of Highway 39. This is lying in between 493 and Highway 39. If you look at this, this is going to be up by Windmill, where the nursing home is right there, right in that area there. Down here where the pool is, back down into that swimming pool that cuts back up. Y'all know where that sits right there. Heavy rain there. Here's the Forest Lawn Cemetery. There's the park. And heavy rain there on 39. Lamar over here at Marion. Look at that. If you're traveling Dale Drive, you're going to get into some rain there also. And boy, that lightning, that flashing outside. Rough. Quite and why not? But Mary says her dog's nose it is coming. Let's see here. I had a question about Kemper County. Let's just go up here and look at this. I'd hold off a little while of driving anywhere from, my best guess would be from Kemper County, from Preston, back over to Scuba. I'd wait a little while. I wouldn't get on the road just yet because you've got all of this coming by the time you make it. More rain moves into the county, so I would hold off. Hailing at Dogwood Lake Road. That's going to be just west of Highway 39 is where that's going to be. All right, as we look at this. All right, let's get in here. Here's North Hills right here. As we get out in this area here. I want to say that's going to be Dogwood Lake Road right there, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty close to it. West Windsor Road. This is going to be Bunton Gun Road, and then right there, Dogwood Lake Road is where we're getting some. And this runs all the way over here to this power substation by Briarwood, Highway 39, where the red light is. Substation sits about right there. So we've got a lot of rain, and if it's hailing there, I would suspect this area right in here also getting some hail. So be careful in those areas. And again, this severe thunderstorm warning for Lauderdale County until 6:45 p.m. Watching this, let's back this out and let you look at this. All right, as we look at our lines, let's look at Lauderdale County here. This is going to go just south of Stuckey's Bridge. Right here is Dunn's Falls. It's going to be north of Dunn's Falls, cuts across here at Highway 19. It does take in Southeast High School. It does take in the Red Fireworks Barn and out to where the Boy Scouts are. All of that area under this severe thunderstorm warning, and it will turn and go northward up the highway here, taking in all of the county toward Kemper County. Newton County still under this until 5:45, so we're right at until 6. 15 minutes remaining on that. So we've got Lauderdale and we've got Kemper County, Lauderdale and Newton County still under this severe thunderstorm warning. And again, all of this little area here is what's prompting this. This is rough right here. Now, again, as I've stressed, if you've got travel to make this afternoon, especially if you're going to be traveling west past Lost Gap, where the county line meets there at I-20, that's some chunky area. Wow. Heavy rain. We look here at Marion, a thunderstorm sitting on top of Marion. It's going to be at Lockhart within 15 minutes. It should be there by 6 o'clock. Travel still not good on Highway 15 out of Newton toward Decatur. If you live in Decatur and you're needing a Snicker bar, hold off. Hold off on that right now. I had a question about Valley Road. Not really raining hard on Valley Road as we go south of town. Here's Valley Road right here. Right there is the Plant Sweat. No rain on you there. And some back over here to the west, but not raining on you now. Really, everything is in the northern portion of Lauderdale County right now, on the western side of the worst of what we're watching this afternoon. Two areas that are really bad: I-20, chunky Lauderdale County line in that area there, and as we go northward there at Marion, on out toward North Lauderdale Water Association, Highway 39, some rough weather pouring down in those areas also. Highway 45, not going to be that much better as we follow those storms also. All right, let's see here. We'll see another storm here right out of the coming out from the naval base that's going to hit right toward downtown Portable. Jack Webb story. I'll be ready in that direction where the Pulpwood Yard is. Another storm that will blow across there, Lawanda and y'all's area there in downtown Portable. Be careful there. A little bit of still heavy rain in Union, but it hadn't quit. We still got a lot of rain there. Looking better south of I-20 in Newton. Starting to break up there at Myers Processing where the high school is. Again, 6:45 for Lauderdale County. We've got until 6 in this area here. Kemper County does not have a thunderstorm warning right now. We'll watch it closely. The worst of what we've got in Kemper County as we're coming out of Lauderdale County, as you watch this, 493 east over to Highway 45 all the way into Scuba. Heavy rain. If you've got to travel 39, I'd wait it out just a little bit. All right, we're getting pea-size hail reported in Marion now. That's pretty rough there. So we'll all watch this. All right, let's look here. Now let's go back and check this. I haven't checked and do an update on power outages in quite some time. We've had a lot of rain come down since then. And as we guessed, we would have more power outages. Let's go back to that and take a look now. Let's pull that up. We're up to about 180 people, 179. A large portion of this is going to be west of Collinsville. Let's zoom in on all of this. South of Meridian, we've got 2 residents without power here. West here, as we get in here, east of Decatur, here's Highway 494, just south of there. Around 27 people there without power. We've got 37 right now in the Collinsville area without power. Let's zoom in on these streets and look a little bit closer here of what we've got. This is going to be really close here off of Hamrick Road. Twiddly Branch Road, that area there. That's where that is. Hamrick, Twiddly Branch. 37 of you don't have power now, sitting in the dark. They're working on that. Let's go back here and look at this south of 494 of what we've got here. This is Chunky Duffy Road. This is going to be E.L. Johnson Road without power there, Newton County, as we look at this. 27 people there. Now let's move on up as we've looked here. Let's go up here, Highway 16 area. We got 5 in DeKalb, and 1 person here right at the county line without power. As we get into these areas here, Neshoba and Winston County in this area here. Here's Preston. This is going to be the Linville area. Let's zoom in on this. Mount Harmony Road, we have power out. As we get up in here, the Guy Haley Road, County Line Road, right there at the Neshoba line. About 43 of you without power there, and this is Highway 21, taking in a portion of 21 also without power. And that's, of course, going into Sugarlock, that Sugarlock Road out of Kemper County. Here's Preston. Just to the northwest of Preston, we got another stronghold here of about 47 without power. This is going to be on Middleton Road here in Kemper County. So here's 393 in those areas there. Right there, we got one over in Winston there. So several areas without power that we're watching this afternoon. And I know no matter what I say doesn't change that for you, but I know that they're working on this as quickly as they can. We have constant back and forth and talk with the MEPA, and they do try to get this back on as quick as they can for you. So hang in there. The cavalries are coming. It's getting dark. It's wet. They can't travel the roads until it's a little bit safer for them to get out. As we pull back up radar now and pull this back on for you to see, Chet, heavy rain there in Bailey. Thank you. Loud thunder and rain around the 4300 block just off of 491 in the Moscow community. Irene, that's going to be in Kemper County for everybody else watching. Luana said she's not getting out. We're having too much thunderstorms there in Portal. I agree with you there. Very dark and merry and lots of thunder. Thank you, Dana. Appreciate you passing that along to us. Lost Gap area, lots of rain there at Lost Gap also. Right along in there. Here's Lost Gap here on the map. If you're looking at that right there, that little jailhouse represents Lost Gap where the prison is. The rain, heavy rain, is just west of there as you go toward Hickory and Chunky and those areas. We are showing a lot of rain still here, and this is moving into now Tucker. Y'all be ready. You got storms headed your way as we come out of Sebastopol. A lot of you watch from that Sebastopol area there. Again, we've got roughly, let's see here, 7 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning here for Newton County. Lauderdale County still under this until 6:45. They haven't changed any of these. All of this moving to the northeast is what we've got, so we know that Neshoba County, you're going to get more rain. Kemper County, you're going to get more rain. Highway 45, and then Linda Jane, as we look out here, look at this out here by the old mansion, just north of you. Right here is the Alabama line. Here's the mansion that sits there. Jimmy, raining hard at your house also. David Bryan, you've got some pretty good rain at your place too as well there. But right there at the old mansion around Jimmy's place and down where the cemetery is there at Giles, pouring rain. Be careful there. Mr. Henry's is getting some rain as well there. Wahalak, not as bad at the moment. Geiger, you're getting a good bit of rain also. Kim Waste getting its fair share of rain. DeKalb getting a break now. We got a little bit of a rain back out here as we get out here on 16, and we look right along, right in here, this area around Cleveland. Better. 493, 495, still got lots of rain, but most of this, as you'll see all these errors, you see how this is going this direction northeasterly out of Lauderdale County toward Kemper, making that northeasterly track, and then it will go on into Alabama is what we will have this afternoon. All right, Southeast School, I see that y'all have got a little bit of a rain there also. Still pouring rain. And again, that intersection that we've got there at Southeast there where the store is, right up from Charlie's, there at the Dollar General, where you get your medical supplies and your prescriptions. Y'all be careful at that red light. Constantly something happening there. Let me check and see if... checking on to see if we got any wrecks in the county. Maybe we can get some updates on a little bit of that this afternoon. Get some of that text back into us there. All right, as we look back here, let's just glance across this. As we get to Chunky, it's the old term that I heard as a kid, gully washer. Wow. It's rough right there at Chunky there on 20. I'll be careful there where you get off to go to Chunky there. As we look at this, here's Little Rock. Ashton asked about that. Here sits Little Rock. Right there. It's still heavy rain all around you. And as you'll see, all of this area here, that's got to travel northeasterly before y'all get a break. Nothing horrible below you. This is going to move into Lauderdale County here. But you still got some heavy rain that's going to cross there. Now, as we go out here around Freeman Tractor, we show that we got a storm sitting right there at the dealership. And this is going to go northeasterly across Highway 19, make its way right toward Tyson's business there on Church Road in Marion, taking in that swath and all that area around the Piggly Wiggly and go directly toward West Lauderdale High School and then on into Kemper County. That's the direction of all of these storms. See these arrows, how they're moving? We got a storm that's out here at Russell that's going to go right up to Lauderdale, take in that area around the lake. Y'all are going to get wet here in a few moments. Now, if you're traveling 493, look at this now. When you get out here by the old Hughes Telephone Building there, curvy little road there all the way up to Arkadelphia Y'all be careful. And even worse in these back roads that we've got here around North Lauderdale Water Association out near Covington Fish Farm. 39, not much better there as you go up toward Sam Dale. Watch that all the way in toward DeKalb as you make your way through Blackwater also. And again, I appreciate all the reports that we're getting from each of you updating us of what's going on where you are. Beth, bad in Cicalina, she says. Rough. As I can see out my window. Now I'm building a tower here for antennas and all. And I'm going to put hopefully before long we'll have a camera for the outside. As I'm looking out the window here, you can barely see the tree line that I've got off in the distance there. The rain is blowing sideways, the thunder is cutting up, and that's hard sideways rain that I've got here out in this West Lauderdale area here. It's heavy. It is very heavy. This is even worse over here by Northeast High School. If you live in that area, the Briarwood area, you've got some storms on top of you right now. Don't leave home. Wait it out. You don't have to have anything right now. All right, we have roughly 2 minutes remaining on this, and this will expire. They're not going to continue this over here. They will let this expire. Lauderdale, they're going to carry this a while longer here. I hesitate to say what they'll do here. This is heavy, but nothing going on for Neshoba County right now. We do see that a storm is headed directly toward Tucker and Bethsaida. Now, we all, the Bethsaida community there on Highway 19, Beat Line area, Tucker, all of those areas there. Now, we have some bad wrecks there. We lost many a life in that area there around Bethsaida. Y'all be careful. We don't want to lose anybody tonight. Our thunderstorms, lots of lightning in those areas there. All right, let's go back out here around Russell and look what we've got here. As the storm, as it makes its way, as you'll see, it's going to not really hitting a community, but we do know that Rainbow Tom Bailey Lake sets here. As you'll look at this swath as it heads toward, and it will go right across Dalewood here in the next 30 minutes. Y'all have got that storm to look at. Here's Northeast High School here. Here's Aiken Airfield. Here's Highway 45 here. All of this area here around Briarwood up toward Taylor's Paccasac. Look at that stretch there. This is the red light on Highway 39 right here. This is Lazelia Road, and this is more or less an aerial view, and this goes up here Ponte Hills Road. Look at all of that. All the way back out here to Russell Tompton Road. Pouring. Barham Funeral Home sits right along in here. Here's the soccer complex. Northeast Middle School right there. And this is going to be taking you Old Briarwood Road here. This right in here is going to be Confederate Drive and all of that rain that's coming down on y'all. Be careful of what you're doing this afternoon. This is almost as bad or worse than it was yesterday afternoon, isn't it? It is just a severe thunderstorm warning, Kaylee. Nothing more than that this afternoon. They can have a lot of wind at times as we watch this. And let me see here if I can pull up and find my wind radar to show you. Hit the wrong button. I need to go here. I think that is yeah. Let me go back over here and pull this up now. We're going to look at our wind of what we've got going on right now. All right, here's what we have. And let's go in and take a look at it. Here's Meridian. We're showing degrees, and we don't want that. We want to show wind gust of what we've got this afternoon. Somewhere around 11 miles an hour at Key Field. Now, as we get up in here, let's zoom in on this. We can see a little bit better where we are. Here's Philadelphia. We're showing 21 mile an hour gust in Philadelphia as you make your way toward Kemper County, hovering somewhere between, starts out about 20 there at the county line, 493, 15. By the time you get to DeKalb, we're down to 11, and then over at Scuba, even smaller. But let's look at this as we go over here, Newton County. Y'all look at this. Here's Chunky at 11, and by the time you get to Newton, y'all are gusting at 35 miles an hour. Let's come over here by Lawrence. Look at this, 50 mile an hour gust. And you get to Forest, it's at 48. So Lawrence and that area there in Newton County, some of the worst of what we've got. Roughly 55 mile an hour gust. And let's go up here to Decatur. Y'all are still zooming in at roughly 23. So Hickory, 14. South of Newton, down here in Mount Montrose. Look at that 48 mile an hour gust that you've got. So a lot going on there. Pachuta, y'all ain't got it bad yet. 7. We're looking at around 7 mile an hour gust in Quitman as well. Philadelphia, again, a little bit worse. And let's look at our northern portion here as we go up around Louisville. 26, 27 mile an hour gust there. Noxubee, y'all are showing 28. And we go east and follow this. This is 14 as you go over to Macon, 15, and down to roughly 19 to 18 gusts there in Sugarlock. Better at Scuba at around 8 miles an hour. Let's go back over to hard radar and look at what we've got. So it's very gusty and a lot of it going on there. Good news for all of our friends there in Newton County. It has expired. It is 6 o'clock. That is over. So only remaining now is Lauderdale County in this severe thunderstorm warning. And they put this for another 42 minutes remaining on this is what we're watching. Now, it is better overall. Let's look at this. Let me do this. As we turn that off where you can see a little bit better, this is the areas that we've had hail this afternoon. Out in Tumsuba, we've had some. A lot there in that Hickory Chunky area. Y'all see that? I'm sure that y'all felt it as well. As you go northward, look at that corner right up here, right outside of Preston. All of that area there toward Noxubee, Nanawaya. Right in there, that was the worst that we got. Now, we are getting some storm reports here in Neshoba County as we look at this. Tree down on Neshoba County Road 729 around Besadia. We also have a tree down on Neshoba County Road 353 there at Dixon. Up here also around Bogachita, we're getting a tree down on County Road 759, if you're in that area there. And as we go to Kemper County, we will show that we've got a tree down on Subtle Road also. That's around the Preston area, right there. That's where all that hail and that storm was cutting loose just a little bit earlier there. Again, as you can see, Lauderdale County, the only county in Mississippi that's got any bad weather right now. That's the only warning we've got. Back hail over here by Jackson, but overall, getting better and better as we look at this. These storm reports as we look at this, again, headed right toward the Dalewood area, toward Lauderdale, this storm. This second storm in the county that we look at will be at Prismatic and Daleville within 23 minutes. And then another storm that's right here on that Bama line that's riding right there on Kemper County, just going to kind of follow it there through Edendale, those areas there. Let's turn back on radar now that we've looked at all of that. Hang on. Let's look at, since we looked at the hail, let's look at our wind of what's going on there with what's worse there. Let's turn off hail and go over here and look at the damaging wind that is with this storm. And you look across Lauderdale County right now, look at this. All of this dark green area here is heavy, heavy, heavy wind. And we've got that. Now, they just shrunk that. Did y'all see that? Now it's just the eastern side of Lauderdale County. If you're in the West Lauderdale area, it's looking a whole lot better. And let's turn this location on where you can see that with the wind and where everything is as we turn locations on. We see that this cuts right through the Center Hill area. West Lauderdale High School is out of the threat. West Lauderdale Elementary is still in it. Takes in Lamar. And this is going to jut back out and come across Highway 39 right there at the Coca-Cola plant. EMEPA, where the headquarters is not in it, but EMEPA is. Walmart on the Hill, Lowe's, also taking in our friends there at the Evangel Temple and back down by Greg's Fireworks, and then going east, north of where Why Not Motorsports Park is and going northward. Rainbow Lakes, y'all got a storm sitting on top of y'all, but look at all the wind we've got here. It's a bunch of it there. Eastern Lauderdale, Northeastern Lauderdale County, getting it there. We've had it all in here. And this is what's been knocking out that power all afternoon, this damaging wind. And again, as I remind you, our friends at Mississippi Power and also EMEPA doing their best to get crews out as quickly as they can. Let's go back and turn radar back on, turn that high resolution back on so you can see what's happening. It's a bird's eye view of what we've had going on throughout the afternoon there. All right, let's dive back into this and just start talking about some roads that I'd rather you not travel. Everything west of Newton now is good. 15, I'd say put it 5 miles outside of Newton on Highway 15. Light rain now, getting better in Decatur. That stretch in between there and Union, getting better. It's worse after you go, if you've got to travel 15 from Union to Philadelphia, hold off a little while. Hang on that. Don't travel Highway 19 right now if you don't have to, out of Meridian to Philadelphia to Tucker. That's going to be a tough road to hoe. I know a lot of it is 4-lane up until House, but still not worth your life, is it? No, it's not. Let's hang off on that. Highways 493, Highway 494 out of Meridian. Stay off of that as well. Highway 45. Anything north of Meridian right now, don't travel unless you absolutely have to. Now, once you finally make it, if you're traveling I-20 this afternoon, I know there's a lot of people with rigs and loads that got to be places. After you make it right at the state line, it's going to get a whole lot better for you there as you cross into Bama. And if you stay a steady speed, you'll be able to stay ahead of the storm as you get past Livingston and Bolagie and Epps, Alabama, and Gainesville and those areas there. It will get better. But this is moving northeasterly and will follow I-20 there for a little while. We've got the worst of the worst. Now, we've had a lot of talk about Enterprise, and we've got rain now in Clark County. Let's look at Clark County of what we've got going on. Let's dive down in here. And again, no warning for that area right now, but we do have a lot of it going there. All right, let's see here. I did get a mention of an accident earlier in Marion. They had a little accident there. So as we do that. All right, as I look around here, I'm just double checking here text messages to make sure we don't have any accidents that I'm not aware of. So far, I'm getting nothing major happening. As we look at Clark County, anything west of Quitman has got its heavy rain. Out by Pachuta, look at that. And also right here, if you're going to be coming down Highway 18 there toward Harmony, be careful, hold off a little while. Jay there, shop there, it's going to be a little thunder boomer pass over it, and that's going to head out toward Cooper's Chapel, out toward the landfill. Should be at DeSoto within 7 minutes and reach Chancellor by 26 minutes. As we look at all of that area now, as we move up here, anywhere, here's the co-op. And look at this, and if you're going to be traveling down here, 512 toward Pleasant Hill, that stretch in between there and Pachuta, woo, heavy rain. Now, again, it's coming in on Quitman. It hadn't quite made it there. Enterprise and Stonewall, y'all got a heavy, heavy rain coming down now. They're around the Piggly Wiggly Long's Fish Camp. Look at that. Hadn't made rain yet over here at the park, so if you're sitting in your camper there at Clarko State Park, it's not bad, but you're going to get wet here in a minute and do a little rocking and rolling. And then we follow this northward, the Clarkdale community, light rain, but just to the west of you, about 2 miles from the Clarkdale area, from the softball fields. It's pouring rain. Dunn's Falls, Stuckey's Bridge, bad rain. Highway 11, not a road to travel right now from Meridian to Enterprise. Stay off of it if you can. Now, again, this west side, even though we got some serious rain in here, east of here, as you'll look here, anything east of Walmart is where all of this is at. We've got a little thunderstorm that is right here on top of the Ag Center. It's where the eye of that storm is right now. Right on top of that is moving to the northeast, and as you see, this is going to move toward Tom Bailey Lake. If you're out in this area, Rainbow Lakes, you're right in the eye of this as it comes out within a 30-minute window to right there, Highway 80. That's Tom Bailey Lake there. It's headed in that direction here from the Ag Center. This right here is going to be out where Lakeview Golf Course is. You can see there's rain there, not near what y'all got here. Let me turn this off where we can look at this a little bit better here, this area here. Here's Highway 496. Russell Mount Gilead Road. Look at that rain that's on that road there. It's pouring. Freedom Baptist Church Road, Dees Road. Now, I know Dees Road, we're constantly talking about accidents that happen on Dees Road. Whew. Starting to hail in Russell. No rain yet in Wyandotte areas, just north of you there. Power just blinked there, off and on Highway 491 and the 4300 block is what I'm hearing there. Anna Brown, how are you doing there? As we look at this, now this is some of the worst that we've got here. That's that Russell area. Over here by the Rawson Cemetery, y'all see that? Just to the west of there. Let's back out. Here's Russell Christian Academy right there. Here's Rainbow Lakes. We move up to this area here. Here's Tom Bailey Lake. Here's Highway 80. North Shore Drive. Look at the rain that's coming down in that area there. And Toomsuba Station Road. That's Telephone Station Road. Where did I get that from? I knew better than that. Y'all get on me. Stay on me when I go to making up stuff in my head. Read that wrong. Knox Road, if you're anywhere on that stretch of highway there, Knox Road also out here in the Toomsuba area, be careful. That Toomsuba Road to Lauderdale, also going to be a lot of rain coming down on that. And as we look at I-2059, heavy rain there all around this area here. Some of the worst that we've got in Lauderdale County. And look back at this. If you live in that area, let me zoom one more time in and let you show just how bad that lightning was. Look at that. All of this area around Russell, Rainbow Lakes. I'm sure that y'all have heard this popping in the background around you. Having to. Cliff says starting to hail there in the Russell area. No power now at Lake Edens. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you passing that along. And Angie, appreciate y'all letting us know about that. Tree down now on Causeyville at Shiloh. Watch that. Bad lightning in Russell. And we're showing this all here. Look at this. It's popping to the ground. That was 10 minutes ago with that one. Another one here at 6:08, just 3 to 4 minutes ago. So we've got our share of this. Not the time to take a bath. I'm still seeing the lightning blink out there. Now, when I was a kid, and most people don't remember this, and it's becoming a thing of the past, you never spoke on a phone because it was a hard line. It was wired, and it would come in through the telephone line and pop you with lightning. All that's changed now, but the bathtub hasn't. And we're grabbing we don't even have TV antennas anymore, I don't think. Not to mount to anything. There's a few still out there, but not many. We're showing still rain there in Kemper County as we look at this, all the way up to Scuba, through Baca Valley, all the way right up there to where Weyerhaeuser is. Southern Lauderdale County, as we start looking at this now, we're starting to show this move as I was talking about you staying ahead of the storm if you were on I-20 headed toward Livingston, Epps in this area. This is all making its way northeasterly through here. So our friends in Cuba in these areas, y'all be ready. This is going to happen. Right here, let's go down here, Lakeview Golf Course, and out by the Girl Scouts. Look at this rain that we're getting here now. The Evangel Temple, we're getting some lightning just south of there. Greg, that pops about half a mile from your house there at the fireworks stand. Careful, brother, careful. Let's zoom in on this and take a look here. Right here is the Long Creek ball field. This is going to be just northeast of you as we come across here. Causeyville Road. Here's Long Creek Church right there. Causeyville Road. Now, if you live there on Lee Roberts Road, yep. Ricky, y'all watch out. It's pouring rain at y'all's house right now. Buck, y'all pay attention. We get out here, we're Bowling Long Creek Road, all of this area here. Rain, and more rain, and it's pouring. Again, 2-lane highways, and we know how this works of where a tree limb can fall down and you come around a curve and there's just absolutely nothing you can do to stop in time. We don't want that to happen to you. Sean, how are you? Glad you're joining us as well there. And again, my phone just keeps going off. This is the radar. It texts us to let you know what's happening. Area clear of lightning. So this is getting better. It's clearing Wayne Academy. No rain there. That's southwest of Meridian. Jones Junior College. No lightning there now. I am getting hail is approaching Key Field. It should be at Key Field within 15 minutes. Some hail. So if you're there around structural steel, anywhere there at the store, there around Waters International. Y'all be ready for a little bit of hail to come in there. Again, look at this here. Here's Highway 496. We got a storm sitting right there that's going to reach Alamucha within 27 minutes from now. Now, this is Highway 19. Here's the Ag Center. If you follow this out, right here in Split. We had somebody wreck here today, if I'm not mistaken. We had a car rear-ended right here on 19. Yeah, I know we did. I remember getting a message about that. Had a wreck there earlier today. When you get right out here on 496 and look at this, where Fairview Church is, that's where the intensity is going to pick up. Let me turn this off here. You look at that right there. Whitaker Road. Boy, it's pouring on y'all on Whitaker Road here in eastern Lauderdale County. Be careful. Freedom Church. Same thing in that area there. And starting to see some lightning. Look at these strikes that we're seeing in your area as well. We go northward here. Here's Russell. Boy, Russell is just getting a lashing this afternoon. All their Rainbow Lakes as we see this Northeast Industrial Park. Here's Marion here at the four-way stop. As you come out in this, the railroad tracks right here. And that's Knox Road that leads out right here. That's a lot of rain coming down there. 2-lane, as we know, that's curvy. A couple hills there after you get off of this 4-lane there. This is going to be Old Homestead Road. That area there still getting a lot of rain also. We come down and follow this off of 80. F&G Farm Road. Pouring their rain also there. Still, North Hill Street still got a lot of rain there, even out by Owls, where the Rock House is this afternoon. All of that area there. Big thank you to Wilson Saul, one of our sponsors that brings this all to us. Appreciate y'all very much there, staying on top of us with the weather as we watch this each and every day. York, Alabama, you've got one of these storms that's going to be rolling out of Lauderdale in your direction, coming right across here from the lake. And that's going to come off of Dalewood in your direction. We haven't gotten 616. Let me do a hard reboot here, and let's see what she does here. Then we're going to go back and check power here. We haven't had any new updates on changing the line. It's still the same as it was. So let's go back and go over here and check our, let me refresh this for our outages and see what we've got going on now with MEPA. A few more people being added to this in different areas as we watch this for power outages. Let's pull this up here. MEPA. Here's what we have. Noxubee areas. We watch these storms now come through there. We got about 20 people down in this area right here in Noxubee. If you add these two out in this area right here, that's going to be around 70. The chunky area, about 6 people. We're starting to get here in the zero community, about 3. And these are limbs that are popping, getting this. Let's zoom in on this and see what we've got. We've got 2 different areas here. Here's Cuba Road. Here's Highway 80. Here's Noxubee. Let's zoom in on this and just get our exact road that we're on here. All right, that's Clarence Harris Road. If you live in that area, well, you already knew your power was out, didn't you? 8 folks on that little stretch of road there without power. And let's move up here. This is going to put us right here at Dalewood. We got some folks without power. I'm sure that y'all are aware of this as well, but this is showing right here on Spring Hollow Road, Spring Hollow Lane at Dalewood. As you look at that area there, it goes over to East Parkway North. That area right there runs right up to it. That's that area without power on the east side of Dalewood. Here's Lauderdale, Mississippi sitting there. Still got power there. Collinsville, we got an area there of about 37 people that is without power as we follow this out here. Again, this is that same area they hadn't had a chance to fix there at Hammock Road and also Twiddly Branch. And again, this could be one of those areas that we've seen that's kind of hard to get to. Yeah. All right, let's back out here. All right, that's where we're at. We got roughly 159 people in the Meridian area without power right now. Well, that just jumped right back, didn't it? As you back out and see the big picture, 103 in the Meridian area and 56 north of here as we look at that. Let's go back over to radar pull this up. Now, I had someone ask about Brandon. Let's back out and look at Brandon of what we've got. Most of this is going to be east of there. Brandon is going to be south of Brandon is what we've got here. Here's Florence, Richland, Pelahatchie. Brandon is going to be right up in here. Here's Pearl. It's south of there. Mendenhall, this is all moving to the east there. It's going to be some light showers, nothing much going on there. Raleigh, y'all are going to get this rain coming out of the Jackson area, the south of there. Here's Richland and those areas there. Mendenhall. That's where we've got that Silverina. Y'all get some of these storms headed directly toward there. Now, as we go back to Quitman, starting at Shibuda north toward Quitman, it's pouring on y'all. As I promised you would get your rain, and you've got it now. No warnings, thank heavens, as we look at this. We've got roughly 30, let's see, no we don't. We've got it till 6:45. We add 15 to that, add 8 to that. We've got roughly about 24 minutes remaining on this. As we follow these storms, 28, somewhere right around in there. Let's look here. All right, the storm here, moving it towards Chancellor and Manassas within 27 minutes, and that's relatively slow. We've had a lot of these storms that could be from here to there within 5 minutes. This is taking it slowly coming across, and that's why we're getting so much rain poured down on this. Pouring rain, just slowly creeping across these pine trees. Morgan says raining rough there in Lauderdale right now. Let's see here. Stonewall area. Getting better. Enterprise, y'all already got your break. From Pachuta all the way over to Quitman, it's going to be a rough ride in between those two. If you live east of Highway 45 in Clark County, it's not raining at your house yet, but it is coming. This is slowly coming across the county, and it's going to be hard rain with a little wind mixed in with this. Keep that in mind. As we get up into Lauderdale County, let's look at this. Western Lauderdale County now starting to get a break. Starting to slur, aren't I? As we show that north of I-20, south of I-20 there, Lost Gap area looks great. Hickory, you're great. Decatur, you're finally out of this. Union, in the next 5 minutes, is going to quit raining there and be out of there. We follow this in northern Lauderdale County. It's going to pass over the reservoir. It's coming on through the Center Hill area and then moving east. That eastern side, Tumsuba, Marion, all the way over, getting that heavy rain is what we've got. Now, again, this is, let me turn my little pointer on where we can pick these locations. As we show there at Lockhart, showing 68 degrees right now. The wind is west-northwest at 17 miles an hour there in Lockhart. As we get into this area here, let's get into some of this right here. This is going to be right at the Bama line. They're calling that Dove, Alabama. It's so close there. Wind still 17 miles an hour in that area also. Moving into south of Cuba, York, y'all are going to get this. Overall, this is good. They will let this expire at 6:45. There's nothing behind this that's going to change all this. DeKalb to Scuba. Scuba is finally looking good and all the way out there. Perfect weather out on Highway 16 to that Bama state line. Macon, you're out of this. Louisville, y'all look good now. It's just light rain throughout the county there. Highway 39 out of Meridian to DeKalb. I'd wait a little bit before you travel that area this afternoon. No reason to get into this and have to fight that road the way it is. Shibuda getting a lot of rain there, Cal says. And you'll see that right there. You go from basically from Shibuda to DeKalb, you're not going to get out of the rain or up to Lauderdale, Mississippi. Good way to put it there. Little travel there down those roads. Highway 45, dangerous at this point. And again, all of this is 4-lane here. That 145 section, be careful there. I had a question about Kosciuszko. As we get over here, it looks good in Kosciuszko for y'all, Beth. All moved out. We got a little bit of light rain right there. You're good to go. French Camp, y'all are good also. Stark Vegas looks so much better. Still a lot of lightning in the West Lauderdale area out in here. It hadn't quit that just yet as we watch this. Gainesville, Alabama. What a historic, beautiful little town. Getting pounded on right now. Bologee, Alabama is coming up on you. Epps as well. Livingston, you're getting your fair share of this also right now. Again, all of this is eastern Lauderdale County. And we're getting some storm cells out of Clark County now. Let's dive back in here. As we see here, Chancellor, DeSoto, is sitting right here at the Baptist Church of DeSoto. Y'all know where the big oak tree is there? Right there. It's coming in south of Quitman here. Let's turn on some locations here for Clark County and look at this. Right here is Archusa. This is going to go take in right across where the landfill is and move northeasterly. Manassas in this area here. Jay's Taxidermy sits here at 18 coming into Quitman there. All of this Pachuta now out of the rain. It's just on the outskirts of town headed east. That's good. Now, as we look up here in this corner here, we see that energy. We got a little storm just out from the park. That's going to be making its way toward Middleton and energy within 25 minutes. It gives you a timeline of what that is. From right here, at the start of this circle, to here is a 30-minute window. So within 25, it's going to be about right there. We got some heavy rain right here. And again, this is DeSoto where all of this is pouring down rain there. 511, it's going to get kind of rough in that direction there. The heavy rain hasn't reached Mars Hill yet. Cooper's Chapel. Right there. Here's Cooper's Chapel. Coming there from Archusa. It's slowly coming across there. Let's turn that off. Let's move north. Clarkdale. Y'all are getting a lot of rain right now. Mathis Peaches, that area there on Highway 45, a lot of rain. We've got another storm cell right here on the Lauderdale County line, Hurricane Creek. You're going to have this within 28 minutes. Here's Hurricane Creek right there in Clark County. As you'll see that little point there, that's where that is. Now, north of, starting to get some rain there at the racetrack, aren't we? All out by Wynot, Highway 19. Boy, it's a mess on Highway 19 if you're going to be traveling through there in any shape, form, or way. All the way from Sam's to the Alabama state line. Use caution if you've got to go to Alabama. If you're coming from Alabama into Meridian, hold off. Give it 30 minutes. Let all this pass. I'd rather you do that. I hope you can. You're pretty much safe to head west of Meridian on I-20 any direction that you want to go on that. Keep in mind that roads are puddled at this point. We don't want you losing control of that as well. As we talked about, somebody brought up 496 right there. Here's 496 off of 19. Still rough. And as you get up here, Alamuch sits right there, right here at this turn off of 496. Let's look at this. Right there. Salem Cemetery, Kewanee Road. That is real bad in that area. And it's bad over here, but it's even worse there. So it's Salem. Y'all be careful in those areas there. As we get over here at McElroy Trucking, pouring rain there at Cuba, Alabama, Cuba Timber. A lot of rain on y'all. Tree down now on Middle Bucket Road. Now, that's pretty much a one-way road, isn't it? So if a tree is down, that road is blocked. You'll need to go to Lauderdale to go around that if you're going into Dalewood. Be careful. Careful, careful, careful on that. A lot of roads, wrecks happen on Middle Bucket Road, and we don't need any of that happening tonight. All right, let's keep looking here what we got. Tom Bailey Lake here. Look at the rain there. Rainbow Lake still heavy. Getting a break here. We're starting to see that the rain is lightening off on Highway 19. By the time we still got heavy rain on North Hill Street. Not near as bad as it was, is it? When you get on the other side of Marion, the four-way stop, here it is right here. Here's the super stop, or what do they call it now? Sefco? All that area out to Russell is where it gets heavier. And it's going to stay that way all the way to the Bama state line. We have 14 minutes remaining on this severe thunderstorm warning in this northeastern corner of Lauderdale County. Let's see here. Let me check my text messages and all, making sure we've got the very latest of what's going on. We did have that, I mentioned that wreck that was there in Marion just a little bit ago. Hope everybody can see very well as we track this afternoon. Newton County, you look great. We got a little bit of a storm to the northeast of Union. Still rain there in Neshoba County as you come across House, but that's getting better. Let's see what we got going on here. Tree down there on County Road 4300. That's going to be right down from all our friends there at Talbert. That's where that is. No rain now in Tucker. That looks good. Still raining in Damascus as we look at this. And northward there at West Lauderdale Elementary, we still got rain in Arkadelphia. It gets heavier as you get to Lauderdale, Mississippi. See the difference in between what we've got on radar, what we're showing? As we update then, we show that. Now, it looks as though, if I'm not mistaken, they just canceled it. Yeah, they just did away with the warning for Lauderdale County. As we look at Alabama, and we'll spend just a minute on this as we look at this, these circles here. That's dangerous. We're showing some 58-mile-an-hour shear winds. This is Alabama 10. And let's get our locations where we're at. Here's Clark County, and this is Lisbon, Alabama. Right across the line, here's Meridian here. Here's Alabama 10. This is going to be just north, right there, just north of, is that, you pronounce that Serial Road? I believe, Serial Road. Right there out in the pine trees, we got this wind shear coming in at 58 miles an hour. Watching that in Alabama across that line. As we move up, we got another one here. Let's look at this. We have some shear winds. Here's Cuba, Alabama, in this area here. Now, they have not got a severe thunderstorm warning for any of these areas now. All of that has faded away. That's the biggest thing to watch that we got right there that we're watching with shear winds. But things have shaped up. They look a whole lot better. It's a lot of rain throughout the area, but we now have no warnings that are remaining in the area. That's the good news. Y'all pay attention here, and we also got this one right here. We zoom in on this. Let's find our road here. It's going to be County Road 16 there. It's what we got in Alabama. Headed toward Ward and Derby, Alabama. The main thing is, if you live anywhere right now east of Meridian, due east of here, save your travel anywhere east of Quitman, north Highway 45, don't travel for the next 30 to 40 minutes is what we pass along with everybody. Zero, starting to, I had a question about Zero. How's Zero? The rain is still raining there, but nothing worse coming your direction. That is great. Collinsville has had some bad weather. I do agree with that area there. Still plenty of lightning throughout the areas. Be careful as we watch this weather. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us this afternoon as we've tracked this weather as it moves across. Again, no warnings anywhere, but we do have this wind that we're watching here in Alabama, Sumter County, and Choctaw County, Alabama, and those areas there. Just be cautious what you do this afternoon. Any travel that you do, keep both hands on the wheel, drive slow. If you can, wait a little while. Make sure to pay attention also on this as we look at all this. Wind damage, putting down limbs. We don't need any of you bumping into any of that. And one last thing before we go, let's get an update on power outages once these storms have now kind of made it east of here. I'll just show you. A huge power outage now. Let's pull in on this. It's going to be Highway 19. If you're watching in the Wynot area, the odds are you don't have any power now, do you? Power out. We just got that Kimberly out, slacking up a bit in Russell. That's good news. But all of this area, about 600 people in the Wynot area, 577 of you all in this area right here without power. We'll track this. Now, again, I want to remind you as we look at this, 8 people here, 12 there. Still the same up here in Collinsville as they're waiting to get this back on. It may take them a minute or two because this storm is still pouring down rain out here. Give EMEPA just a few minutes to get their guys together, get them on the road. As soon as it slacks up enough for them to be able to see and get out, they'll get that power restored. Whew, boy, I know how you feel on that. Again, thank each and every one of you. God bless you, and we're going to be back in the morning as we'll put together the show to bring you another hour of fun tomorrow morning. Won't you join us? We certainly hope you will. We'll be back, and as always, if you got a question, you can inbox us, and we'll do our very best to answer all of that. Tree down on Causeyville Road, Brooke says. Yvonne, how are you tonight? Again, we appreciate everything you do for making us your first choice for weather. Thank you so much. And as always, we'll be behind the scenes. If something should come up, we'll go live to let you know about it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: